Battlefield 1, Infinite Warfare.
Whoa. I feel like no one's actually sat down and spoken about this yet. I mean, Activision are more hated than the Nazis right now. This is how World War III starts, people. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, I'm JTP and welcome to another video like this. Now, if you're new to the channel, I did this for Advanced Warfare and I also did this for Assassin's Creed Syndicate, but basically what I do is when the trailer comes out, I decide to talk and my first thoughts and what I think of the game is going to be like, and I think this one's going to be a very interesting one indeed, because there is so much controversy between Battlefield 1 and Infinite Warfare. It's the biggest battle in the gaming community I've seen in so many years, and it's so quite funny but interesting as well. Basically, what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to talk about COD and I'm going to talk about Battlefield individually, what I think about the trailers, what I think the games are going to be like, and then I will give you my final verdict at the end. Of course, you're entitled to your own opinion. Put your opinion in the comments down below. I would like to know what you guys think. A lot of people seem to be on COD side at the moment, but I'm going to give it a fair shot in this video, just for controversy reasons. And of course, you don't have to listen to me. I'm just a 16-year-old in his bedroom recording a crappy video. So, go and watch IGN. Go watch bigger names. But if you want a small-time guy's opinion on it, hi, I'm here. Okay, so Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Now, I quite liked Advanced Warfare. Advanced Warfare was one of the CODs I really got into, which is weird because since Modern Warfare 2, I haven't really got into any of the CODs massively. However, since then, I've kind of gone off COD a little bit. Black Ops 3 was really confusing to me. The single player was a little bit confusing. And to be honest, the multiplayer is not that interesting, personally. I liked how they did something new, but didn't really work out. And a lot of people have always said that COD's always the same thing. Like, Advanced Warfare, for example, there was a bad guy, you chased the bad guy down, you killed him at the end. What happened in Modern Warfare? Oh, well, Modern Warfare 1, you chased down a bad guy, you killed him at the end. Modern Warfare 2, you chased down a bad guy, you killed him at the end. Modern Warfare 3, wait, hang on. You chased down a bad guy and killed him at the end. So, they were all very much the same, and Black Ops 3 tried a whole new storyline, but the baseline was still the same. You chased down a bad guy and you ended up killing him at the end. So what COD are doing here is they might still have the same baseline because that's kind of seems what COD all about, but they're really changing up the movement, they're changing up the scenery, which is changed, to be fair. They have changed it and that's what people have been wanting, but is it the change everyone wants? That's the question, because a lot of people are saying no, this isn't the change we wanted. A lot of people want to get rid of the movement that Call of Duty now has and just go back to basics, which I can see why, because the movement, you know, you can't really be as tactical as old CODs, and I like the fact that old CODs, you didn't have to be good at movement. You know, I'm fairly good at movement, on Advanced Warfare at least, but for people who aren't, I can see how that's getting really annoying. And I can really see how people want to go back on boots on ground, back good old Modern Warfare, or even World at War. So what do I think Call of Duty will be like? I think everyone's giving it a very, very harsh review, and there's only been like 1 or 2 trailers on it. I really do think that people should sit down. It's coming out in November. It's about 4 or 5 months away, and people have already given their verdict on it, and the problem is with people is they're not going to be willing to change their minds. And I think most of the sales for Infinite Warfare are just going to be for COD Modern Warfare. Talking about that, of course, there is Modern Warfare in the deal, which I think is a very good idea, actually, remastering the most popular CODs. Now, you could see this as a survival strategy from COD. They know they're not doing as well. So we'll just throw in one of the good CODs in there to keep people sweet. You could see it like that. And I think if they're going to remaster COD Modern Warfare, then they have to remaster the other Modern Warfares. I really want to see a Modern Warfare 2 remastered. I will love that, because Modern Warfare 2 is literally one of my favourite CODs ever. So, if they do that and they remaster the whole Modern Warfare series, that'll be nice, but then they'll have to make 2 other games to go with it, and those 2 other games might be hated, but as I said, I do think everyone's giving Infinite Warfare a very harsh judgment. Wait until it comes out, at least wait until it comes out, or we've seen some gameplay at E3, and then maybe judge it as harshly as everyone is. So I am going to be playing both Infinite Warfare and COD Modern Warfare on the channel when it comes out. I will be pre-ordering them, and I'll give them a very fair judgment then. I'm not the biggest fan of COD, so this isn't until biased. Like, I do know that Infinite Warfare is probably going to be very movement orientated, and if it's as unbalanced as Advanced Warfare is, it's just going to be unfair and really annoying. So COD does have its really big issues, and I really do think they should change the storyline instead of chasing someone and killing them over and over. But as long as they pull off the storyline, that's all they need to do, because for Black Ops 3, unless you're in Oxford University, you're probably not going to understand all of the storyline, so I really do think that they should maybe make the story interesting but understandable to the average gamer. So that's enough on COD. We'll leave that to November. I'm very, very skeptical about it. I'm not full on, yeah, let's do Infinite Warfare, but I do want to give them a fair chance, because you never know, this could be the one game that brings him back onto the shelves. Probably not. I think COD should do what Assassin's Creed are doing. Assassin's Creed aren't bringing out a game this year, because they're spending more time on perfecting the Assassin's Creed game that's coming out in 2017, which is a good idea, and I really think COD should do that. So enough of COD and Activision, let's talk about Battlefield 1, shall we? The game that everyone's hyped for. So the first thing that everyone's amazingly excited about is that Battlefield 1 is going to the World War 1 era now. This is brilliant in my eyes, because most games I've played were set in World War 2, and World War 1 and World War 2, both very different wars, both fought very differently, and will both be very different gameplay. And I like it how Battlefield have acknowledged that, look, the futuristic thing isn't working for COD, so let's go back in time and let's do a bit of a World War 1. Which is a really, really interesting strategy, and it seems to be working. Battlefield has really taken it into the lead over COD, which is a little bit different, because COD normally is a little bit in the lead of Battlefield, but Battlefield's just sort of in the lead now. I've seen like leaked images of you can customize a horse and things like that. It's just going to be absolutely brilliant, because there aren't many games these days. We've got Titanfall, you've got Halo, you've got COD, they're all in futuristic now, and I think a lot of people miss the good old days, the reminiscent days, where they could just sit down and play a good old World War game, and I think that's what a lot of people crave for right now. And Battlefield is hopefully going to quench that thirst. I also think Battlefield have made a really good trailer. Like, they've made a very good trailer that shows some really good variety, really good action, which the COD trailer doesn't really do. So of course, Battlefield's going to be more appealing, and a lot of people on Battlefield's side, mainly because they seem to be looking out for the customer a lot more. I'm not making assumptions on whether Activision are looking out for the customer or not, or whether they're just money grabbing. Same with Battlefield. But Battlefield seems to have a good strategy here. The gameplay looks solid, and the trailer was really good. And I think Battlefield should be a very big success if they can pull off the gameplay, because we've already seen World War games. So can they pull it off in a sense that it's not so repetitive that I can just go back to any old other, like I can go play Sniper Elite, I can go play World at War. Obviously they were set in World War 2, but it's the same kind of war. They were both fought very differently, and if you can capture World War 1 style of combat instead of World War 2, I think it would do very well. Also, the campaign should be interesting because it's a whole new storyline, and doing a campaign or a war that's already happened is so much easier, because you don't have to make up some bullcrap storyline that doesn't make sense. It's already happened. You can base it off the facts, you can base it off history, which is, you know, fun enough. You can relive history within a game, which is, I think, what a lot of people want right now, because there's so many like space games and things like that on PC. You can go play space exploration at a whole new level. You don't need COD to do that for you. So at the moment, I normally choose COD over Battlefield, if I'm honest. However, if I look at it, Battlefield Hardline really enjoyed, and Advanced Warfare I really enjoyed. Like, the last Battlefield was Hardline. I really enjoyed that. The last COD I enjoyed was Advanced Warfare, and COD have brought out another game since that, and I'm not a big fan of it. So I'm going to go on the basis that I'm a little bit more hyped for Battlefield right now. But that doesn't mean I'm biased towards Battlefield, alright? You can have your opinion, I can have my opinion, and I'm kind of just waiting for them both to come out, because we don't know until the games are out. I'll be pre-ordering both. But of course, I am more excited for Battlefield, mainly because of the trailer. The trailer was solid, and compared to COD, it looked a lot better in the trailer, if I'm going to be honest. But I'm not making any 100% definite decisions until both of them have come out and I've played both of them, because we just don't know what developers are hiding behind their sleeve, you know, until the game actually comes out and we've got full access. So that's my say on it. Of course, have your say in the comments down below. I'd love to see what you guys are saying. I always love interacting with you guys on these kind of topics, and then for a topic so controversial, and for a topic with such two sides, like the sides are so split, it should be quite interesting. So that's going to do for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, share, subscribe. I have some a bunch, and until the games actually come out, that's my final verdict. So until then, I shall say, goodbye.